Okay, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. The bees are warm in their hives right now, so we're not going to be messing with the bees. But what we are going to do is have an unboxing. This is unusual for me, but I just ordered a tree from fastgrowingtrees.com. This is not a sponsored ad, but I do like fastgrowingtrees.com because the trees that they've sent me thus far have been pretty good. And they have a good warranty. If your tree dies within the first year, for any reason, if a deer eats it, they're going to replace your tree. So that's a really good perk. However, I've got a plum tree down here that's not doing very good. Deer did get a hold of the tree when it was first planted. I did get one plum on it last year, but only half the tree is alive. So what I'm going to do is pull the plum tree out, put a new plum tree that I just ordered in its place. And this one, I got a 6 to 7 foot plum tree as opposed to the 3 foot plum tree that I got last year. Even though the last year's tree did produce one plum and I ate it and it was good, I just don't think that it's going to do very well because half the tree is dead. So I'm going to get that one out of the yard and put this one in. So let's take a look at this and see what we've got here. I'm sure I'm going to regret putting these staples in my pocket later. I'm either going to tear up the washing machine or I'm going to stick myself in the leg. Both scenarios will cause me agony. Now, the other day I was out here and I had a peach tree that I'd planted up here, and I replaced the cherry tree that had died with the peach tree. So now I've got a peach tree that I'd moved down there, and I've got a hole here that I don't think I'm going to fill. But let's take a look. See what this looks like inside. This is our 6 to 7 foot plum tree. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now, according to their directions, let me move this out of the way. All I have to do is bury the burlap bag. I don't have to unwrap it or anything. The roots of this tree are going to grow right through the bag into the ground. So there we go. Well, that's a pretty tree. If you're interested in fastgrowingtrees.com, I'll put a link. I'll put a link down in the comments. It's really a great company. I've had nothing but good luck with them and a good experience. And the trees that you get fruit the first year, which is very good. After I got these trees, that's one of the reasons I got bees. So let's move this operation down here. Let's plant this tree. So we'll take a moment to look at this current tree, the one I'm replacing. This is an extra. See, after I planted it last year, it was doing great in the spring, and then a deer came along, or probably several deer came along, and decided to have breakfast at my expense. So from here over and down is completely dead. Now, I've got new growth here, and I've got a lot of buds, so this is going to bloom this year. The only problem I've got is I've got no new growth coming out this side of the tree, so the tree is always going to be lopsided. So I'm going to remove this. I'll probably plant it down there next to the lake, and maybe it'll live, maybe it won't. But then I'll replace it with the new one. Let's get on it. Dig a wide enough hole. I don't want to damage the roots. Don't want to hurt this tree any more than it's already been hurt by the deer. All right. Very gently, because I don't want to hurt this tree. Give it every chance I can to live. I don't really have to prepare the soil too much in here because I actually dug this out with a backhoe, a very small backhoe. So this hole that it's sitting in was about 3-4 feet deep, and 3 foot around, and then it's been filled with peat and manure. So we've got some pretty good loamy soil in here, which should help the tree to grow. The only thing I'll worry about here on this property is drainage, because the soil is a very heavy clay. The question is, do I or do I not want to put the burlap sack in there? Personally, I do not want to. But I also don't want to hurt the tree. Let's make sure that this hole is deep enough. It's my understanding that when you plant a tree, I don't know whether you can see this or not, but you don't want the soil to come up any further on the root or the rootstock than it already is. If you come up too far, the tree could die. Now that's just my understanding. And I think I'm going to take this out of the burlap. I probably shouldn't do that. But as long as I'm careful, I think it'll be fine. There we go. That's what I want to do. Okay. There's your new home, plum tree. Pack some dirt in around it. I may have to go get some more dirt. Now this is a superior plum tree. I'm not saying that it's better than every other plum tree. I'm saying that the name of it is a superior plum tree. What I'm replacing it with is called a black ice plum tree. All right, and then I'm going to take some of this excess dirt up to the new tree. I wish this little tree the best. I hope I just didn't kill the tree. Longevity, I would hate for the tree to grow for a few more years and then be weighted over to one side and have to be taken down anyways. It's better to just handle it right up front. All right, let's move this dirt over here. Make sure I don't have any sticks in it. The problem with doing this is what I'm going to end up with are a lot of weeds, which I do not like. But I need dirt. All right. Stand him up nice and straight. Pack the dirt around his base, or her. I don't know whether this is a male or a female tree. And that's that. Now we have a black ice plum tree in the yard. Excellent. Now to make sure that we do the one thing that I didn't do last year that caused such a big problem. We're going to protect this from the deer. And there we go. And hopefully this summer we'll have some fruit. They say that it fruits in the first year. I don't know that I'll let it fruit. I might let it keep one if it fruits at all. But I want the power to go back down into the roots and help this tree to grow. All right, so today we've accomplished our goal. I've relocated I don't want to say dying plum tree, but a plum tree that I just don't think was going to be right for the yard. Half of it was dead. The deer got hold of it and it is what it is. It's going to live down by the lake now. And we replaced it with a black ice plum tree. So pulled out the superior plum, replaced it with the black ice, and I think this tree is going to do really, really well. I've protected it from the deer, so I don't think I'm going to have the same problem with this tree that I had with the last tree. Have a great day.